stuff at the back there. But all right, we're up and running. So there we go. We're live. Michael, welcome to Coffee and Conversations with Champions. It's great to have you
Hey,
on.
thanks for having me.
No, absolutely awesome. So we're chatting to you from Northern Ireland, and looking forward to. Is that your tracksuit on the back of the chair?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
kit. Okay,
here it is.
excellent. Cool. So very cool looking kit. You know, we've got two tracksuits, and I hope I don't get into trouble here from the federation. But the one was very old fashioned, which is the one that I've got, and it's about 25 years old. The design. And then we got a new one, but now like everyone's sort of loving the old one again. So it's a lot of yellow and green and stuff. So it's not bad, but the blazer's still quite good. I must say, becoming like a Category 2 referee is wonderful to get the blue blazer, but there is something sad about taking that green blazer off because I can live in the delusion. Oh, look, it could be a Springbok blazer.
Yeah, we can
Not
all dream.
Yeah, we can all dream. I was going to say, not that that ever would have been a possibility. So tell us a little bit about yourself. And your time in powerlifting.
Yeah, sure. Yes, I got started in powerlifting 12 years ago now.
Okay, wow.
And it basically just came about because a friend of a friend had mentioned starting a powerlifting club. And at the time, I was working in a gym, and so I did a little bit of squat, a little bit of bench, and sometimes deadlift. But I thought, I'd give it a go. So we went down to this little warehouse gym in Newtonards, Asylum, its first location.
Great name.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great gym. We all met up and I met loads of people and they were all really enthusiastic. I was like, okay, these people really share a love for the training. Because if there's one thing I love about the sport, it's the training. So that's where our club sort of started. We're Rhino Powerlifting. We've been in a few forums now, but yeah, that's where it all started. Asylum Gym in Newtonards 12 years ago.
Sure.
And then a few of us signed up for a local competition in the NIPF.
Mm-hmm.
And I was as green as could be. I didn't know anything about the sport. But we just turned up and we had a great day. And the thing that really, really struck me was it wasn't me against these other people to, the most extent.
Yeah.
It was that everyone supported you. Like it was you and the crowd against the weight. And I just completely fell in love with the sport.
Sure. I love that. I've never heard it put like that, and it's absolutely fantastic. That's the best description for powerlifting. It's you and the crowd versus the weight.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I wanted to ask you as well. Just you said you were green when you arrived at your first comp. I arrived in cargo shorts and a t-shirt. So I might have beaten you on the greenness there. Yeah. Didn't even have a singlet. And my coach looks at me. He's like, "What you wearing?" He says, "Well, I know. It's what I come to train in the gym in." So yeah, a lot of fun. So let's chat a little bit about that community aspect and sort of what that meant to you. Sort of the support of the crowd, support of the other lifters. Touch on what makes it so special a little bit more.
Yeah. So no problem. So prior to that, I'd come from a little bit of like a martial arts background.
Okay, cool. What martial arts, if I'm asked?
Like submission grappling.
Okay, cool.
And the thing about that was...
Tell us about the injuries. Yeah, okay.
No, I didn't pick up too many injuries there, thankfully. Yeah. But the thing about that was it was very much you against whoever was in front of you.
Yeah.
Half the crowd liked you, half the crowd didn't. That's just the way it was. But yeah, the move over to powerlifting with the community support and everyone just really cheering you on no matter what.
Yes.
Was what really struck with me.
Oh, brilliant. And it's interesting is that the guys you're competing against are the ones who are cheering the loudest for you. Because if you get
Yeah,
stronger, yeah, we got to get stronger. So we got a couple of viewers, so the guys people can drop questions in the comment section or comment.
why
So
not?
yeah, we'll see if we get any in. We'll post them up for you. So your journey from that first competition into Commonwealth now, and what other have you had other opportunities to represent your country?
Yeah, so I've kind of had three stages so far in my powerlifting journey. The first one was with the NIPF at the start, where I was learning the ropes and kind
Mm-hmm.
of refining things and getting better technically, and sort of just getting into the sport really.
Right.
And then maybe 3 or 4 years into that journey, um, a new federation sprung up. It was the Irish Powerlifting Federation. Ireland didn't have an IPF representative.
Okay.
So I love the idea of them now having an avenue to represent on the international platform. So I did their inaugural meet, which was co-supported by the NIPF. Again, just showing you how incredible the powerlifting community is. Northern Ireland and
Absolutely.
Ireland, we've got a very difficult history, but
Yes.
powerlifting again seeks to transcend all those boundaries.
Is
Um,
that something you'd like
so
to touch on a bit? Because I think it is. It's very, very important.
um, maybe not, maybe
Okay,
not.
fair enough. Okay, cool. No, no, 100%. Listen, here in South Africa, we also have had a very challenging history on race lines and on income lines. And again, the powerlifting is the thing that helps. Unfortunately, we sadly lost Gail McKenzie. She was the lady who headed up our development of development lifters, so from disadvantaged communities. And she ran programs that were training 200 to 400 kids at a time out of these shipping containers in the townships. And it just, that's what I have a development academy as well, where we train and develop youth from disadvantaged communities, either in rugby. It's been rugby primarily. So there's been guys on our program have gotten bursaries and scholarships to university or to different schools where they don't have to cover any of the costs. And that it's such a simple sport, but it carries into everything, right? It can improve your rugby
Yeah,
career, it can improve your grappling, or in powerlifting itself. And that's the one thing. It doesn't matter whether you're English or you're Afrikaans or you see Zulu or Xhosa or whatever community group you come from. Here in South Africa, you're all cheering for one another. It makes it very special.
yes, couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
Really good.
absolutely. Cool. So sorry, you're carrying on, right? So then you sort of transitioned to the Irish Powerlifting Federation.
Yeah, yeah. The RSPF then were offering then obviously a direct line to international representation.
Yes.
Um, so I went and competed with them, and I won the first nationals for my category. So off the back of that, we
Brilliant.
got picked to represent Ireland, and I went to Texas, and it was just incredible. Um, and again, the whole idea of powerlifting community really held true. This
Right.
was an international meet; it was competitive, but everyone was supportive in the warm up rooms, on stage, when you bumped into them in the hotel.
Yeah.
It's such a warm, welcoming community that just wants to push each other to excel.
Yes. Absolutely. That's brilliant. So post Texas, what happened? What's brought you to coming out to South Africa now?
Yeah, so I had a little stint with the RSPF then.
Mm,
Again, made a lot of friends, did a lot of competitions. It was great.
yeah.
But then COVID kind of struck,
Yep.
um, and everything kind of, the whole world came to a standstill. So after that, I tried to train during that, but the gyms
Mm-hmm.
weren't open, um, and my selection of equipment was very limited. So, but we did what we could.
Yeah.
Um, but after that, I kind of stopped. I did stop competing for a while. I still enjoyed the training but I wasn't so sure I wanted to push it quite so much. Because
Mm-hmm.
powerlifting, when you're trying to be competitive, can be very taxing.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely. and expensive in terms of the diet. You got to eat for
Yeah,
those
yeah,
numbers.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Right.
Um, but the club started to gain some new members and
Mm-hmm.
some new blood, and I really like fed off the enthusiasm of these people coming through, wanting to try out the sport, and that's what really pushed me into this last surge of,
Mm-hmm.
or this latest surge of
I'm going to say
wanting to compete again.
current surge.
Current surge, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, we got back on the platform. I hit some personal bests, which is always incredible. And yeah, I was lucky enough to get selected to represent.
Sure. That's absolutely phenomenal. What did that feel like being selected?
It felt amazing. It felt amazing. I wanted for a long time to represent NI, but I can't represent Northern Ireland and Ireland.
Yes.
At the same time, there has to be a gap. So there's one bright side, I guess. COVID bought me a gap where
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, you
very
needed that.
pleased to represent NI.
100%. So we have a question from a viewer. I'll pop it onto screen and then I'll go through it. Are you ready? It's not going to get you into trouble, I promise.
Sure.
So let's say, here we go. So let me bring it. Can you see that okay? Hello. I would like to know what keeps Michael going when training and recovery gets tough. I may already know some of the answers because I'm his wife. And that's from, is it Crazy Bruce? There we go.
Oh yeah, there's my wife.
Yay!
um,
Hang on, we have to get on. Yeah.
well, what keeps me going? There's so many things. I mean, Karis definitely knows that she keeps me going more than anything. She's been incredibly supportive throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just keeps me moving, keeps me feeling positive. Um, Outside of that, what keeps me going is like there's a real desire. I think it's a really human desire to want to improve at things. Um, and powerlifting offers that opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
no end. Like you can get as strong as you can. There's no limit.
Yeah.
Um,
And
and the
and
training in that regards is very rewarding.
absolutely. And what's amazing about the sport is even as you age, so I'm 53, Master 2, and as you get older, the strength can start to drop off. You can still hit PBs in that age bracket where you start a new cycle, you start a new 8 week period, or however you're training, and then you can PB in that. And it's like it always keeps you engaged and involved. And I seem to mention him a lot. We have a powerlifter in South Africa I think he's going to be Master 5 next year, Dan Oppenheim, and it's like he's really lifting some great numbers, but it's always very, like his biggest lift is getting onto the podium. So we just like to tease him about that. But yeah, it's an incredible sport for all ages. Does your wife compete or train?
No, not yet. She trains, but she doesn't compete.
Okay.
Maybe someday.
We had Bex and Craig Coggles on yesterday. So I told you, like, as a powerlifting, and with Craig coaching Bex, and I was also competing again. Where they were saying, like, how did they know the difference when they're athlete, coach, and husband and wife? So Bex said, no, he's got a husband face and he's got a coach face. So that's how she can tell. So, but I think it's a lot of fun training together. But sometimes it's your thing, and then it's good to have your kind of thing as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So what are you looking forward to about coming out to South Africa? It doesn't have to necessarily be about the competition or numbers. Are there any sort of things that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, well, many years ago, I played some video games with a lot of people from South Africa, and they were always talking about how beautiful the country was.
Yes.
So I'm really looking forward to just seeing the landscape, seeing the scale of the land. Like Northern Ireland is very small on
Yeah.
a world stage. Um, I'm really looking forward to seeing all the wildlife. Hopefully, I'll get to go on a safari and take it all
Absolutely.
in.
So we
And then
yeah.
just
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh, it was just and then just it's a different culture. So again,
Yeah.
I want to see it, I want to experience it, and take as much from it as I can.
Okay, fantastic. There's a lifter, Nicole Hassel, who will be there. She's lifting equipped. She's a veterinarian and she's good mates with the guys who run the Pilanesberg Game Reserve. So the Pilanesberg Reserve is next to Sun City and it has the big five. We've actually reached out to them. We want to chat to them on the podcast as well. We've reached out to the Sun City guys to see if they want to talk to us about what's going on there. So there's a lot to do. Definitely, Pilanesberg is phenomenal. You can book at the hotel, and you can do a safari out, and hopefully see some lion, buffalo, sort of zebra, rhino, and your leopard as well. They've got the big five, so it's a fantastic reserve. Last time I was out there, I was probably about 12 or 13 years old in 4 a.m. in the middle of winter. I'll never forget how cold that was. Uh, your tears freeze to your face, but we'll be there. It's going to be a lot warmer. And the food's good out here. I think the culture is very similar. 'Cause I think we're very down to earth. We love our sport. We love our meat. We love to eat. We love good coffee. That was one of the questions that I posed. What do people want to know about South Africa or Sun City? And the questions were like, where's good to get meat? What's the coffee like? Where's a good cup of coffee? And what's the best beer in South Africa? Those are standard powerlifting questions.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, 100%. Are you spending a little bit more time here, or are you sort of just in and out for the competition?
Yeah, so I'll be like helping out with the coaching duties for Northern Ireland for the first sort of week.
Fantastic.
Um, it's our biggest team ever, so there's a lot to go around.
How many people
So
are
in
coming
between,
out?
we're over 50 lifters,
Sure. Wow. Yeah.
so it's our biggest team ever. So very exciting.
I think there's well over 1,000 lifters coming for Commonwealth and World Masters.
It's crazy.
So yeah,
That's a huge
it's huge.
competition.
Yeah, there's going to be two platforms running simultaneously, and so it's going to be fantastic. We're running both live streams, and so we'll post the one will be on the this channel that people are watching. The other is on our Emmet Media Extra channel, but we will upload it so that everything's on the one channel. So it's going to be a good place. We're going to get some good support. We want to run some big numbers so that this is all about getting the lifters and the coaches some exposure. So hopefully there can also be some help with sponsorship because it does get expensive to travel.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what do you mean? You guys have a decent currency. You should try. You should try earning rands. Or I was telling some of the other athletes, there's a place, Potchefstroom. They had the Commonwealth there in I think 2017, and there's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
rest. Yeah, did you come through for that? Oh
No,
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 okay,
I
all right,
watched it. I was
okay.
some
So
friends who went.
there's a restaurant in Potch called Koöperasie, which is Afrikaans for corporation. It's like a farming corporation, and they have a kilo T-bone steak for 100 rand. Then so 100, which is about £5, £6. So
That's good eating.
that's proper. I think the record, I think there is two and a half. So someone said two and a half of those. So what I wanted to ask you is why should someone consider powerlifting? Why should people get involved in the sport?
Okay, yeah. I mean, there's so many good reasons to try powerlifting. We've already touched on the community
Mm-hmm.
aspects. Um, it's a really really low barrier to entry. Like you can come in, you've probably seen the movements before if you've been in a gym. Squat, bench, deadlift couldn't be simpler in that regards. Um, so anyone can come in and learn these movements quickly and get to grips with them. And like I say, meet new people and
Mm.
improve themselves. It'll affect every aspect of your life. You'll be stronger. You'll be fitter. You'll be more fulfilled. It's great for your mental health. The list goes on and on. Like
I know.
everyone should give it.
Yeah, absolutely. If we were chatting to sponsors, why should sponsors consider backing powerlifting athletes? what's it about our sport? Because it's great to ask you this question because of your time in the sport already.
Okay, yeah. So what they're really backing is powerlifting is at its core, it's an amateur sport. So the people who are, getting to be selected to represent their country, they're also trying to hold down usually a full time job and the rest of
Hmm.
their life obligations at the same time. Um, when you're selected, it is a great honor. Like it really, truly is. And that unfortunately does come with a cost. Um, Traveling around is very expensive. Representing your country is very expensive. So any sponsors, local businesses, friends and family, anyone who helps out really helps these lifters just get to say yes to their dream.
Yes. Yeah.
It's such
Absolutely.
a unique opportunity for them.
So, what is it within the powerlifting community within powerlifters? Because, as you mentioned, like there's something very unique and special. They're really good guys. I think if a sponsor's wanting to align, I don't know if I want to use the word pure, but there's something very special. I think there's always help, healthy and helpful for a brand. I think to get involved in powerlifting. It's not. I mean, there's no scandals in powerlifting.
Yeah, no, like I say, it's a very wholesome sport.
So yeah, that's the
Um,
word. There, thank you. Yeah, absolutely. You don't hear of powerlifters crashing their Bugattis.
no,
You
no, it might
with
make a bit
two.
of noise in the gym, but that's about it.
That's about it. Yeah. So there is. It's a wholesome sport. People should get involved. That's very very well put. Is there anything else that you'd like to share about the sport or about yourself personally?
Um, see, I mean, no, just I'm really looking forward to coming out to South
Mm,
Africa,
awesome.
trying to put on, my best performance, getting to meet the other people in my class and in the other
Hmm.
flights. Um, yeah, it's going to be an incredible experience. I'm
It's
really
going to
looking
be
forward to it.
absolutely special for sure. Is there anyone or group of people you'd like to give a shout out to, say hi to?
Oh yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to all the rhinos, rhino powerlifting. They've supported me. They've come down to the training sessions, spotted me when I needed it. Really helped me get through things. And seeing them want to improve themselves makes me want to keep pushing more.
Brilliant.
Um, and then, of course, my friends and family who come down to the meets and support me. Just
Oh,
it means a lot. It means a lot.
absolutely. It's very special. That's very very cool. You mentioned just sort of a last question. This was like a third cycle. What do you see for yourself after Commonwealth? What are your plans?
Yeah. So after Commonwealth, I was lucky enough to get an invite to the Home Nations, which is competition between um,
Mm,
England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales, and the Isle of Man.
right.
So it's in Glasgow in December time. So I'll be straight back onto prep to get
Okay.
ready for
Wow.
that.
Okay. How's your weight? Are you allowed to eat a bit in South Africa after competing?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Okay. Brilliant. Good. Yeah.
I'm typically quite light, so it's been a lot. There's been a lot of eating over these last few months. So
Yeah.
I'll just continue that while I'm out there.
Okay, 100%. We had a question from one of the lifters, which benches are being used? Is it the harder, older Lyco or the softer, newer Lycos? I think, as far as I'm aware, it's the softer, newer Lyco. I think the warm-up area is going to be brilliant. I stand corrected, but I think there's like 16 rigs in the warm-up area. There's
Oh,
four. It's going to be huge. There's four rigs. I think Harney will kill me if I get the numbers wrong, but I know there's like 4 or 5 rigs for the athletes' gym. So there's a completely separate training area for athletes. So that you don't have to try to come and warm up, and guys are walking in and out and wanting to do their training. So which is going to just really calm things down and make it easier. We have another comment here. Can I put it on? I said, you got a little bit emotional with the last one. I'm just kidding, Mike. Hang on. There we go. So well done, Michael. We are so proud of you.
that's my wife. She honestly she gets me through everything. She's incredible.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. I'd say, is she not with you, or is she home?
No, she's
Uh,
she's at work. She's at
Work.
work.
Okay. I mean, we could send her the link and bring her onto camera as well. So no. I'll get myself into real trouble there. So awesome.
Maybe.
Right. Yeah. Mike, you know, we've been very, very grateful for your time for coming on to the show to chat to us. And just wanted to say thank you and wishing you all the best. Also, a good trip out because it can be long. And, you know, also great lifting for yourself and then great coaching and supporting your team because that sometimes that can be the best part, right? Yeah, yeah. We love
Yeah,
lifting, but you know, watching an athlete get something that they've really been trying for is very, very special.
yeah, it's incredible. It's definitely one of my favorite moments in the sport. That's why I like
Oh,
going to see some of the rookies lift. It's just it
yeah,
means so much to everybody. It's fantastic.
absolutely. Oh, thank you so much, Mike. We really do appreciate your time. This is going to be up. We'll upload the shorts as well in the next day or so. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you in Sun City.
Great. Thanks very much, Si.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you for your time. Take care. Bye bye.
See you soon. Bye bye.
That was Northern Ireland powerlifter Michael Bruce chatting about his time in powerlifting, his career. What an incredible career in powerlifting over a decade, and his upcoming plans now and expectations for Commonwealth champs in Sun City. You've been listening to Coffee and Conversations with Champions, the powerlifting edition here on the Emmet Media. Oh, you just missed it. Sorry, wee Ross. I'll let Michael know you posted it. I'm going to pop this up because I'm sure he'll watch it. Sorry that I ended it a little bit quick before you were able to post the message. And yeah, thank you for joining us. And we will have our next interview up. Let me tell you when. Bear with me. Let me grab the calendar. I think that's tonight, South Africa time, at 9 p.m. tonight. So that's GMT +2. Anthony McGlegan, South African lifter. And then we're going to be also chatting to Lucas Fraser. As far as I'm aware, I think he's Canadian. I may have gotten that wrong. I've booked. We've done. This is the 9th podcast since Thursday, and there are 15 left for the week. So stay with us and keep an eye on the Instagram account. We'll be sharing upcoming podcasts, and obviously subscribe to this YouTube channel, Emmet Media, and also to Emmet Media Extra. We'll be streaming both platforms here from the Commonwealth and the World Masters Championships. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your time. We look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. If you would like to share your story in powerlifting, we're focusing on the upcoming Commonwealth and World Masters, but we'd always love to chat to you. So please let us know. Send us a message on Instagram, and we'd love to be able to chat to you and hear your story in this incredible sport. Thank you for joining us.